Happy Wednesday, Bwalya Desmond here. Today is Wealth Wednesday, so I hope you are able to bless somebody by spending some money, either donating to a cause, paying for the car behind you in the drive-through, or just doing something that costs you money, because we want to be givers. We want to learn how to give so that when we build wealth, it becomes more and more exciting to do bigger and greater things. So I titled my message today, The Power of Staying Calm. The Power of Staying Calm. So here we are. We're in a situation right now. The elections are coming up. We've got COVID going full force, kids at home, people just in absolute, what seems like absolute chaos at times. And so it's very easy to hear things and want to just blow up. It's very easy to get into arguments, unnecessary arguments. And so this message really was inspired by something that I heard Les Brown talking about. But the story that he honestly shared, I had to question myself about how calm I really could have stayed. So he presented a situation where a few years back, when I think it was when he was starting out, he was working for a family. He was working for a Caucasian man, and somehow he ended up at their house, and everybody introduced themselves, and there was a small child there that said hello and then went and stood behind where he was sitting. And I think she started to kind of just feel the back of him, And he said, "What are you doing?" Now, the response of this kid shocked me. The child said, "Well, I'm looking for your tail." Okay. So at that moment, he had every opportunity to lose himself completely, lose his character. All eyes were on him, and every emotion under the sun could have just completely taken over. But here's what he said. "Oh, well, I cut it off." To which the child responded, "Aw, why'd you do that? Is it going to grow again?" And he said, "No, once you cut it off, it's not going to grow back." And she said, "So I'm never going to see your tail." Yeah. Never going to see your tail. So how does a child believe that they're actually human beings that have tails? But anyway, that story just caught me off guard. I was completely blown away by it. But so can you think of a time when somebody said something to you that really they deserved a response from you, but you managed to stay calm? Or one where you actually did completely lose your mind and responded, and then felt the need to have to apologize, or found yourself in a situation where you just ended up feeling worse? Because it does happen. So, what are the dangers of losing your calm? Number one, you're manipulated and controlled by the anger. So the situation happens, you get angry, and now the anger manipulates you, and then you end up responding in a way that you really should not. You fall into the trap of unnecessary arguments. How many times have unnecessary arguments caused somebody's death? I mean, we read about it all the time. Somebody gets angry, they pull out a gun, they kill the person unnecessarily, and it's just a roller coaster. What can you do when you find yourself in a situation like this? Anchor yourself and stay calm. Don't get into their playpen. Take charge of your thoughts and your emotions. You can even say out loud, "I'm not going to sweat the small stuff." Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat it. Take yourself out of the argument. When you don't see yourself arguing back with a person, it allows you to just not say anything at all. And then choose to be kind. Choose to be kind. And then this is the one that I think is powerful, and that's the power of the pause. Because when you have somebody who is expecting you to fight back and you're quiet, it confuses them. But this gives you an opportunity to allow the Holy Spirit at that moment to stop and give you wisdom in whether to speak or whether to be silent. Because sometimes you just need to be quiet. Even when you know that you need a response, sometimes it's just best. The response should be silence. Isaiah 26:3 says, "You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you." So trust that the Holy Spirit is going to lead you at any moment, at every moment, and that he will give you the wisdom that you need. So again, that's my message. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.